Hi there. I want you to pause for just a moment and ask yourself this. Why do my legs feel weaker? Even though I haven't been overdoing it, why does it take effort just to get up from a chair? And why does it seem like year after year, my body feels more fragile? Have you ever felt like that? My name is David Mitchell. I'm 60 years old, and I've spent nearly 30 years working in healthcare, mostly with people over the age of 50. And let me tell you, I've seen this story repeat itself over and over again with thousands of people. And it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're eating badly. It's because no one warned them about something that silently breaks the body down from the inside out. We call it sarcopenia or age-related muscle loss. You know, the human body is a remarkable machine. But like any machine, it wears down unless we take care of it the right way. After age 30, our muscles start to shrink. I know that sounds scary, but it's true. It doesn't show up like a heart attack. It doesn't make a loud noise like a broken bone. It sneaks in quietly, little by little, as muscle fibers slowly fade away over the years. Until one day, you realize you don't get up as easily as you used to. You're off balance more often. You can't carry that heavy pot of soup like you did in your 40s. And worst of all, you start to fear falling. I remember a patient of mine, Linda, 67 years old. She came to see me after slipping in her bathroom and fracturing her hip. She didn't have any major illnesses, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, but she said something I'll never forget. Doctor, I felt myself getting weaker, but I just assumed that was part of getting older. Linda had lost nearly 20% of her muscle mass in the past 10 years, and no one told her it was happening. You see, sarcopenia doesn't just make you lose muscle. It takes away your independence, your ability to take care of yourself, and your confidence, that inner strength that's always defined you. So why does this happen? One of the biggest reasons is something we call anabolic resistance. Let me explain it simply. When you're young, your body responds really well to protein. You eat a piece of meat, and your muscles use it right away to grow and repair. But as you get older, your body becomes less responsive. You eat the same meal, but your muscles barely notice. They don't grow. In fact, they may shrink. That's why older adults actually need more protein than younger people, not less. And here's something even fewer people talk about. By age 70, you've lost up to 30% of the motor neurons, the nerves that send signals from your brain to your muscles. Now add conditions like diabetes, a silent killer that can damage your nerves and slow your reflexes. Your steps get shakier, your coordination drops, and then there's a sedentary lifestyle. The more you sit, the more muscle you lose. The more afraid you are to move, the faster those muscles disappear. I'm not telling you all this to scare you. I'm telling you this so you understand losing muscle isn't a fixed destiny. You can slow it down. In many cases, you can even reverse it. You don't need to become a bodybuilder, but you can start eating smarter. You can move more. And most importantly, you can reconnect with your body, no matter what age you are. I want you to picture this with me. You wake up one morning and you don't have to grab the edge of the bed to stand up. You step outside, go for a short walk, and your knees don't ache. Your feet feel steady. You feel strong. You feel like you're still in control of your life. That's the gift of muscle strength. And you deserve to have it even after 60. In the next videos, I'll be diving deeper into the exact foods that help rebuild muscle after 60, simple, safe exercises that are made for older adults, no gym needed, and even how your sleep habits can affect how your muscles recover. But today, I want you to do one small thing. Think back to your breakfast this morning and ask yourself, was that meal helping me build muscle? Or was it quietly taking it away? We'll start with small changes, just like that, step by step, and I'll be right here with you to help your body not just age, but grow stronger with time. Let me introduce you to 8 natural fruits that help prevent muscle loss in older adults. 1. Avocado, healthy fat for strong muscles. Now listen, I get it. Once we hit our 60s, we start to notice little changes in our bodies. Nothing dramatic, no alarms going off, but they're real. One morning, you sit up in bed and feel your legs aren't quite as steady. You walk down the stairs and notice a slight ache, something you wouldn't have even blinked at years ago. Then one day, you try to lift a grocery bag into your car and think, why do I feel weaker these days? I've sat across from hundreds of people just like you, and here's what I always say. You're not getting weaker just because you're getting older. You're getting weaker because your body is slowly losing muscle without warning. This condition actually has a name: sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. After 50, we can lose 1 to 3% of our muscle mass every year if we don't take action. Losing muscle doesn't just make us weak. It takes away our stability, our independence. Bahendance, even our confidence with every step we take. I've always believed the strength of aging isn't in the muscles themselves, it's in how we take care of them. And today, I want to share something simple, but incredibly powerful. Avocado. Yes, that same humble fruit many of us used to see as just a casual snack. One of my patients, his name is Mark, 68 years old, came to see me and said, "David, I walk every morning. I eat pretty healthy. So why are my legs still weak?" And I asked him, "Do you eat avocado?" He laughed. Avocado, isn't that just something you throw in a smoothie? But I had him start adding just half an avocado to his breakfast each day. 3 months later, he came back and told me, "I don't know if it's the avocado, doc, but I'm walking up hills without gasping now. And the nighttime leg cramps, gone." You see, avocado isn't just tasty, it's a real superfood for aging muscles. Inside that soft, green fruit, you get monounsaturated fats, the kind that fights inflammation and helps stop that slow, silent breakdown of muscle tissue. Potassium and magnesium, two minerals that help your muscles contract smoothly and prevent those annoying cramps. Natural vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects your muscle cells from oxidative stress. Think of it like rust for your muscles. Sounds technical, but here's the simple truth. Avocado helps your muscles stay stronger, recover faster, and work better. Now, I want you to picture this. It's a quiet morning. You toast a slice of rye bread, mash half an avocado on top, sprinkle a little black pepper, maybe add a few slices of boiled egg. Or, if you're in a rush, blend the avocado with almond milk and a ripe banana. Smooth, creamy, nourishing. And as you take that first sip or bite, it's like telling your body, "I haven't given up on you. I'm still taking care of you every day." My friend, I'm not saying avocado is a magic cure, but I do believe this. Small, consistent changes done daily can lead to big results over time. I'm 60 myself, and I eat avocado almost every day. Not because I'm a doctor, but because I want to keep my legs strong, keep my spirit strong, so I can keep showing up here each morning to talk to you. Because I believe growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Growing older means learning how to be friends with your body again. So tomorrow when you stop by the market, pick up an avocado. Let's start there, with something simple, with something powerful, with something that brings strength one bite at a time. 2. Tart cherries. Reduce inflammation, boost recovery. I still remember an older lady who visited my clinic in Arizona. Her name was Grace. Beautiful name, isn't it? Grace was 72 at the time, petite in size, but her eyes, they were full of light. The kind of light you only see in people who've never given up. She looked me in the eye and said, "Doctor, I'm not trying to run a marathon. I just want to be strong enough to lift my grandson when he runs into my arms." That question stopped me for a moment. Because it wasn't just a question about muscles. It was a question about love, about connection, and about what really gives life meaning as we age. I suggested something a little unexpected. Tart cherry juice. She raised her eyebrows and chuckled. Cherries? I thought those were just for pies. But after just 4 weeks, she came back and said, "Doctor, I still can't believe it. My legs don't hurt after walking anymore." And I lifted that little boy up. He laughed so loud. You should have heard it. And I knew that laugh was worth more than any prescription I could ever write. Tart cherries are nature's quiet gift, not the sweet cherries you see in most grocery stores. These are the slightly sour ones, packed with anthocyanins, powerful natural compounds that fight inflammation. You see, chronic inflammation is one of those hidden enemies that quietly eats away at our muscle strength as we age. You don't see it, you don't hear it, but it's behind that constant soreness, the lingering fatigue, the slow recovery after even light activity. Tart cherry juice works like a cool stream that calms those silently inflamed muscles. Small studies have shown that just 8 ounces, about 240 milliliters of tart cherry juice a day, can help older adults reduce muscle pain, improve stamina. But you know what? Aging is natural. Which is when the body repairs and rebuilds the muscle the most. That's something now we picture can this. Do something You've got a bottle of tart cherry juice sitting in your fridge. Each evening before bed, you pour a small glass aging is natural. Sit out on the balcony. Weakness is watching not the sunset. That part, that's soft, something we slightly can tangy do something taste, about. Not too especially by not choosing how we gently wakes up your senses. But you know what? Like a kind aging is natural. Weakness and then you head to bed. That part, knowing that's I did something kind for my body. Do something about it. You know, we often think staying healthy means doing something. But you know what? Aging is natural. Eating strict diets, taking a dozen supplements. That's something we can. But sometimes do something about. It's a small thing, like a glass of tart. I'm just getting old. But you know what? body
Aging is
needs the
natural.
most.
Weakness
Because
is
true
not
strength
that
doesn't
part.
always
That's
come from
something
big,
we can
flashy moves.
do something
It comes
about,
from gentle
especially by choosing
consistency.
how we
Yes,
from
I'm just
healthy
getting old.
choices.
But you know
repeated
what?
daily
Aging
quietly.
is natural.
Faithfully,
Weakness
my
is
friend,
not
if you've
that
ever woken
part.
up,
That's
with heavy
something
legs,
we can
if
do
just a
something
short
about,
walk has left
especially
you
by
so
choosing how
tired,
we.
yes, I'm
I
just getting
invite you
old.
to try
But you
a
know
glass
what?
of Tart
Aging is
cherry
natural.
juice every day
Weakness
for
is
3
not
weeks. And if you
part.
notice even
That's
the tiniest
something we
change,
can
come
do
back and
something
share it
about,
with me in the
especially
comments.
by choosing
Because I
how
don't
we
want this to be a one-way
Yes, I'm just
conversation.
getting old.
I want
But
to
you know
walk
what?
this journey
Aging
with
is
you
natural.
as you
Weakness
reconnect
is
with the
not
strength
that
that's always
part.
been inside you. 3. Pomegranate. Boost circulation. Increase stamina. Do you remember the last time you ate a pomegranate? I remember the first time I tried one. I was just a kid in my grandma's backyard. She carefully peeled open the fruit, revealing those sparkling red seeds like little rubies. Then she handed them to me with her old silver spoon. I popped one in my mouth, bit down, and that sweet sour burst lit up my whole face like magic. From that day on, I was hooked. But what I didn't know then was that decades later, this tiny fruit would become a powerful, silent partner in preserving muscle health as we age. I once had a patient, Harold, 68 years old. He used to be a carpenter. His muscles were once tough as oak, but a few years into retirement, he told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm shrinking every day." I didn't prescribe medication right away. Instead, I asked, "Would you be open to changing just one small thing in your daily diet?" Then I told him about pomegranates, something most people think of as a dessert. But in truth, it's a quiet warrior for aging muscles. Pomegranates are rich in polyphenols, powerful antioxidants. After 60, our bodies are constantly under attack by free radicals. Those unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and damage muscle tissue. Polyphenols act like bodyguards fighting inflammation, protecting muscle fibers, and speeding up recovery after physical activity. But there's more. Pomegranate also naturally boosts nitric oxide, a compound that helps blood vessels relax and expand, improving blood flow. That means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered straight to your muscle cells. In other words, pomegranate helps widen the highway for your blood, so your muscles recover faster, less, and grow stronger each day. Here's what I often recommend to my patients. In the morning, add a spoonful of pomegranate seeds to your oatmeal. Or once a week, make a smoothie with pomegranate, banana, chia seeds, and almond milk. You can even juice it fresh. Drink it before light exercise or your morning walk. You don't need a lot, just a little bit every day with consistency. You know, getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. We can't turn back time, but we can nourish the body like we care for a garden. Pomegranate is just one small part of that garden, but it's full of color and packed with life. It doesn't just brighten your plate. It quietly strengthens the muscles that are working hard to carry you through each day. So here's what I invite you to try. For the next 10 days, have a little pomegranate each day, whether it's the seeds, a smoothie, or 100% juice. And then notice, do the stairs feel a little easier? Do your muscles ache less after light gardening or exercise? Do you sleep more soundly at night? If so, you'll know exactly where that strength is coming from. Oranges, vitamin C for muscle recovery. Have you ever held an orange and really looked at it? It's thick, bumpy peel like a coat of armor aged by time. But inside are those juicy, sweet segments, a gentle gift from nature for weary days. Sometimes I think, if there were a fruit that felt like a mother, quietly healing and nurturing, it would be the orange. I remember one visit from Mrs. Elaine, 72 years old. She sat across from me and said, "Doctor, I don't know what's happening to me. I only went to the grocery store and my legs were shaking." We ran blood tests and checked her nutrition. Nothing serious. But there was one thing I kept seeing in many patients over 6: chronic vitamin C deficiency. Not because they didn't eat fruit, but because they underestimated the power of something as familiar as the orange and its deep connection to muscle health. Yes, oranges are packed with vitamin C, but it's not just about boosting immunity like many think. Vitamin C is essential for producing collagen, a structural protein that builds the connective tissue around your muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Without enough collagen, your muscles weaken, tendons take longer to heal, and tiny muscle inflammations linger without relief. Oranges also contain strong antioxidants that reduce muscle inflammation, especially helpful after light exercise or minor muscle strain you might not even notice. Have you ever heard of IGF-1? It's a vital growth hormone, a kind of commander in charge of building muscle. Recent studies show that oranges and other citrus fruits can help the body naturally produce IGF-1. That means no supplements, no hormone injections. Just one orange a day can support this essential system. And there's another unsung hero in oranges, boron. This little-known mineral helps your body absorb calcium and magnesium, two crucial elements for strong bones and muscles. You don't need to drink store-bought orange juice loaded with sugar. Just start your day with a fresh orange or toss a few slices into your oatmeal. Add a little orange zest to steamed fish or squeeze a fresh juice after your morning walk. I often tell my patients, think of an orange as muscle recovery medicine. Gentle, natural, and delicious. Growing older doesn't have to be a downhill road. It can be a season of rebuilding, not rushed. But steady and the humble orange, so common, so affordable, so simple, might just be the small brick that helps rebuild your inner strength. I always say, lasting change doesn't begin with a pill. It begins with the choice you make each morning, what you'll eat, and how you'll choose to live. So I invite you, tomorrow morning, begin your day with an orange. Then pay attention. Do your legs ache less after gardening? Do your calves feel steadier going down the stairs? Do you feel a little more alive from the inside? If so, it's not just the power of vitamin C. It's the power of choosing to love your body in a way that's simple, yet deeply healing. 5. Apples, the peel that protects your muscles. Do you remember the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, I'm a doctor, and I'm the one telling my patients to eat an apple every day. Sounds a bit ironic, doesn't it? But to me, the apple isn't something that pushes doctors away. It's a quiet companion, one that's helped me care for the health of hundreds of seniors over the past 30 years. And today, I'd like you to look at the apple with brand new eyes. One day, Mr. Jerry, 68 years old and a retired carpenter, came to see me. He said, "Doc, I'm just not as strong anymore. I eat fine, but my arms feel weak. Even holding a hammer wears me out." I asked him if he eats apples. He smiled. "Sure, but I always peel them. I'm worried about pesticides." I nodded gently. Then I shared something few people know. The apple peel, that part most people throw away, is actually the true treasure for aging muscles. Did you know the peel contains a special compound called ursolic acid? It has the power to stimulate muscle growth and prevent muscle breakdown, something that happens quietly but steadily after age 60. Imagine your muscles like a brick wall. Over time, bricks start to fall. That's muscle loss. Ursolic acid helps your body rebuild those bricks and even add new ones. And there's more. Apples are rich in quercetin, a powerful antioxidant that supports your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your muscle cells. Feeling tired after doing just a small task, your mitochondria may be slowing down. And quercetin is like a natural spark to help wake them up. I always tell my patients, if you're not allergic or sensitive to apple skin, eat the whole fruit but wash it well with salt water or warm vinegar water. You can eat it whole after breakfast, slice it into your oatmeal, or make a simple apple salad with Greek yogurt and a few walnuts. It's my wife's favorite. I know, sometimes the smallest things go unnoticed. A single apple just sitting on the kitchen counter. A casual snack we don't think twice about. But after 60, it's exactly these little things that make the biggest difference. One apple a day won't make you 30 again, but it might keep you from stumbling down the stairs, or shaking when you lift a glass of water, or losing the strength to open a jar on your own. And I believe that's a powerful gift. Are you eating an apple each day? Do you prefer red apples, green ones, or the crisp ones from Washington? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know which muscle friend you're choosing today. 6. Kiwi, the tiny fruit that boosts protein absorption and protects your muscles. There are things in life so small, we often overlook them. A kiwi smaller than an egg, with a fuzzy skin and a bright green center. It usually sits quietly in the fruit bowl, pushed aside by the shiny red apples or the vibrant oranges. But let me tell you something. This humble little fruit hides a quiet strength, a strength that helps rebuild aging muscles. It doesn't shout, it doesn't sparkle, but it works gently, steadily, and over time, powerfully. I remember Mrs. Betty, 72 years old, widowed, living alone in the suburbs outside of Chicago. She came to see me one spring morning. She said, "Doc, I feel weaker lately. I don't eat as much. And after gardening, my shoulders ache more than they used to." But something about her stood out. Even though she was petite, with gentle wrinkles on her face, her skin glowed. Her eyes were bright, and her voice had a spark in it, still firm, still full of life. I asked about her eating habits. She smiled and said, "Every morning, I eat one kiwi before I water my flowers. Just one kiwi." But that simple habit had helped her stay strong, flexible, and keep her digestion running smoothly for years. Kiwi is rich in vitamin C, and not just for boosting your immune system. Like most people think, vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, that essential glue that holds together your muscles, tendons, and joints. But that's not all. Kiwi also contains vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your muscle cells from damage caused by free radicals. That damage builds quietly, especially after 60 when your body starts to rust on the inside. Have you ever wondered why you feel weak even though you're eating enough meat and eggs. Sometimes the problem isn't what you eat, it's how well your body absorbs it. That's where kiwi becomes a silent hero. It contains an enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down protein and makes it easier for your body to absorb. So all that good nutrition from chicken, fish, eggs, or yogurt, thanks to kiwi, it doesn't go to waste. It gets converted into new muscle fibers, ready to support your every movement. Here's what I often tell my patients. Eat kiwi in the morning. When your stomach is still empty, that's when its digestive enzymes work best. You can eat it raw, just cut it in half and scoop it out with a spoon. Slice it into a fruit salad, or blend it with Greek yogurt into a simple smoothie, a perfect post-exercise snack. Just a small tip. If your stomach is sensitive, have kiwi after a full meal. And choose ripe, soft kiwis. They're gentler on digestion than the firm, tart ones. Growing older doesn't mean you need expensive medicine. It doesn't mean you need strict diets or punishing routines. Sometimes, all it takes is a single kiwi each day, a few quiet minutes for breakfast, and a steady belief that your body can still heal, even at 60, 70, or beyond. Because real health isn't just about your age in years. It's about how you nourish your body, one small habit at a time. Do you eat kiwi often? Do you prefer the green ones or the sweeter golden kind? Let me know in the comments below. I read every message, and I'm truly grateful for each of your stories. 7. Coconut. Clean fuel for aging muscles. When was the last time you had a sip of fresh coconut water? Cool, slightly sweet, almost like it reached deep into every cell of your body. Maybe it was a hot summer day, under the shade in your backyard, or maybe during a trip when you spotted a fresh coconut at a roadside stand and felt like you'd just come back to life. For me, coconut is a bit of a mysterious fruit. It's not overly sweet, not flashy, but it carries a pure kind of energy. Something those of us over 60 genuinely need. I once had a patient, his name was Carl, 68 years old. He lived alone and would feel unusually tired even after a short afternoon walk. He also had frequent muscle cramps, especially at night. We ran some tests, and it turned out he was low in potassium and magnesium, two electrolytes your muscles need to contract smoothly without spasms. I didn't prescribe him any medication. I simply said, try drinking half a cup of fresh coconut water each day, and maybe eat a bit of coconut meat when you're feeling hungry. 3 weeks later, he came back glowing. I've been sleeping better. No more calf cramps waking me up at night. And oddly enough, I feel more alert too. Coconut water is so much more than just a refreshing drink. It's full of natural electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, which help regulate blood pressure, support heart health, and most importantly for older adults, help prevent muscle cramps. Then there's the coconut meat. It contains a special kind of fat called MCTs, medium-chain triglycerides. Unlike other fats, MCTs are quickly turned into usable energy, fuel your body can use right after light activity, like walking or gardening. That's clean energy for aging muscles. No bloating, no fat storage, just more endurance, naturally. Here's what I often recommend. Drink half a cup of fresh coconut water in the morning or after gentle activity like a walk, gardening, or yoga. Eat a few pieces of fresh coconut meat or sprinkle shredded coconut over oatmeal. It tastes great and supports your muscles. Or cook with virgin coconut oil instead of butter or animal fat. A quick note, coconut is still a high-energy food, so if you have issues with blood sugar or cholesterol, don't go overboard. 1 coconut a day is plenty. You know, when we're young, we need strength to conquer the world. But when we grow older, we need stamina to fully enjoy the everyday moments, getting out of bed on your own, making a cup of tea, strolling through this park each morning freely, on your own 2 feet. And something as simple as a coconut can help you hold on to that independence, that vitality, and yes, even your dignity. So tell me, do you drink coconut water often? Do you prefer fresh coconut, coconut meat, or coconut oil? Share your routine in the comments. Let's learn from each other. And keep our bodies strong after 60. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe, because this journey of protecting aging muscles is far from over. And I, David Mitchell, will be right here, walking it with you. You don't need to be strong like you were at 20. You just need to stay in control and find joy in living each day on your own 2 feet. 8. Strawberries. Gentle muscle recovery after 60. Do you remember the first time you ever tasted a strawberry? I do. When I was a kid, my mother used to buy a small box during summer, and she'd keep it chilled in the fridge. Every time she opened the container, The sweet, cool aroma would fill the kitchen, like summer itself was smiling right into your hands. But now, in my 60s, I've come to love strawberries not just for their flavor, but for the quiet healing power they bring to aging muscles. I had a patient, Mrs. Eleanor, 72 years old. She still enjoyed her afternoon walks, like clockwork. But after every walk, she felt soreness in her legs. Not sharp pain, but that lingering, dull ache that made her hesitant to move the next day. I asked her, "Are you getting enough vitamin C in your diet?" Then I gave her a simple suggestion. Start your morning with a few fresh strawberries. Toss them into your oatmeal or Greek yogurt. A few weeks later, she returned with a smile. I don't know why, but I recover faster now. My legs feel light, even after walking, and I just feel happier. That wasn't magic. That was natural science. Strawberries are rich in vitamin C, which helps your body produce collagen, a key building block for tendons, ligaments, and connective tissue around your muscles. This matters even more as we age because our ability to recover from activity or even minor muscle strain naturally slows down. But that's not all. Strawberries also contain powerful antioxidants that protect muscle cells from inflammation and damage. Manganese, a trace mineral most people overlook, but it's vital for the enzymes that rebuild muscle tissue. Just a few strawberries a day. A small habit with steady, long-lasting results. Here's what I often recommend. Add a few fresh strawberry slices to your morning oatmeal. Not just pretty to look at, but great for your muscles. Pair them with unsweetened Greek yogurt for a boost of protein and gut-friendly probiotics. Or simply eat them fresh, chew slowly, and let the flavor nourish you. One tip, wash strawberries well since they're prone to absorbing pesticides. And if possible, choose organic for better safety. You know, as we grow older, we realize recovery is everything. You don't always need to do more or train harder. What you really need is to do just enough and recover well. And something as small as a strawberry can help you move better, recover faster, and enjoy life more fully. Sometimes it's the smallest changes, like a strawberry at breakfast, that remind you your body is still capable of healing, even after 60 bombs. So tell me, do you eat strawberries often? How do you enjoy them in yogurt, in oatmeal, or just fresh on their own? Share your routine in the comments below, because your little tip might just be the motivation someone else needs to start their own muscle recovery journey after 60. Life after 60 doesn't need miracles, just a bit of recovery, a bit of joy, and maybe a few strawberries each day. My friend, when you choose to eat the right fruits each day, you're not just getting vitamins, you're nourishing your body to protect itself naturally, gently, and effectively. Fruits like bananas, avocados, oranges, berries, kiwi, they're not magic pills, but they are quiet companions on your journey to preserve muscle, joint strength, and your independence. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just today, add a kiwi to your breakfast. Enjoy a banana after a walk, or simply choose fresh fruit instead of a pastry. And you've already sent a message to your body. I still care about myself, and I still want to live strong, live free. And you know what? Your body is always listening. Muscle may fade with time, but your willpower, your self-respect, and your independence, they live on in every choice you make. I'm Dr. David Mitchell. If this video helped you, please click like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's over 60 just like you. Because health is not just a personal journey. It's a gift we can share with others. And I truly believe after 60, every grape, every slice of avocado, every spoon of yogurt doesn't just nourish the body, it feeds your hope. See you in the next video. Together, we'll keep walking the path to a stronger, healthier life with honesty and heart.